What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all staying safe. I hope you're all staying quarantined. This is my foreign cinema review for Bong Joon Ho's film, The Host. This is his creature feature. This is about a creature, a monster that is living within the Han River after chemicals get dumped into the river. Father, played by Bong Joon Ho from Parasite. Everyone loves him. I mean, he's just a scene stealer. His daughter ends up being taken by the monster, and he is on a mission with his other members of his family to track down this monster and find his daughter. Let me say this off the bat, okay? This is not Bong Joon Ho's best movie. Out of the 3 movies that I've seen, this is my least favorite, but I'm gonna say that this is a great story. This is a good film because of how great the story is. Let me start off with the positives, because I do have some negatives, and one that's pretty major, but my positives. The first thing that I really liked about this movie is that they're able to make this movie feel so much smaller and more secluded and private than what it actually should be. Because essentially, when you look at a movie like this on the surface, it reminds you of something like Godzilla. It reminds you of something like King Kong, where thousands of people are going to be tormented and killed possibly by this monster. But in this movie, that's not the case. This movie is really about this family and the social interactions that this family has with one another, and also some social tension between the Korean and United States government. That's what makes this movie work so well, is that this movie feels so dramatic, so interpersonal, and it goes beyond the boundaries of what a standard creature feature monster horror film would be, because this is not straight up a horror movie. There's some great comedy in this movie. There's great drama, and Bong Joon Ho is able to beautifully craft a story with a monster that makes it more about the people involved than the monster itself. And it's very reminiscent to something like A Quiet Place that came out a couple of years ago, because when I watched this movie, it reminded me of A Quiet Place to a T, because of the way that they were trying to make it so interpersonal, and they were trying to make the tension be around the characters themselves and their issues, especially within this broken family dynamic. And it made the movie have a lasting impact and really had a better message than other creature features like Godzilla and King Kong that are really just there for destruction and mayhem, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I love that Bong Joon Ho is able to make this movie really feel like a Bong Joon Ho story, and he's able to do a beautiful job with crafting this dramatic dialogue. Another big positive for me is that you could really feel the creativity that Bong Joon Ho had. Yes, he made this movie very reminiscent to other creature features, but he's still able to put his own twist in it. When you're watching this movie, after having watching both Mother and Parasite, I really felt like this was a true Bong Joon Ho feature, and he wasn't afraid to go big and bold with the small scale that he had in terms of the project and in terms of the size. And Bong Joon Ho is quickly becoming one of my favorite directors just because of the way he's able to put in certain messages and certain feelings of insecurities within the characters that you could really truly relate to. And especially with Bong Joon Ho's character, I thought he was very well crafted. There was a lot more layers to him than what you originally think. That just to me is great screenwriting. It's great directing. I mean, the ability that Bong Joon Ho has of being multifaceted and his tools and the way that he's able to use those tools to execute a great film. This movie should not be nearly as good as what it is, but all of those elements that are central to a great story and a fantastic narrative structure, they're all there, and that's what propels this movie up for me. But I'm going to talk about the negatives. The unfortunate thing about this movie is that the CGI is bad. It's very bad, and it's very apparent that they had a small budget to work with, and it's kind of sad because I feel like if you take away the special effects, and especially the VFX for the creature in this movie, I think that the movie would be generally higher for me. It'd propel this movie easily into Mother type of territory. Not Parasite. Parasite's on a different level, but it'd propel it easily up to that next tier of Mother. But because of the bad CGI, it really kind of takes you out of the film, and you feel like you're watching something from Sci-Fi Channel, like Sharknado, or even like 47 Meters Down Uncaged, which I just saw last year. And so that's the really big negative of the film. And I think the second negative is that although you really dig deep into these characters and you dig deep into the message, it is kind of hard to see that message. It's not as so apparent as like Parasite and Mother. And I think that that's a disservice only because this movie really truly has a deeper layer and a deeper meaning. But if you're an average film goer going into this movie, you're not going to get that message unless you really dig deep. And I think that that's maybe a misstep for Bong Joon Ho. I think he should have really made the message stand out a little bit more. But anyway, guys, this is a great movie. I definitely recommend you check out The Host if you have not. It's a fun film, and it's something that is really going to bring something different to the creature feature genre. Anyway, guys, what do you think of The Host? Let me know down below in the comment section of this video. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. And as always, I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.